I can shake the feeling that Capcom pulled a fast one on us. And look, I actually like Resident Evil Requiem. I even gave it 8 out of 10. But let me explain. Right now, the hype is through the roof. Critics are losing their minds, influencers are singing its praises, and fans are drowning in tears about the future of the series. And I spent 2 days straight playing this game, taking notes after every session, but I'm not here to join the choir. I wanna talk with you about why, as a die-hard fan, I walk away from the final credits with a really bitter aftertaste. I've been in this universe since the Resident Evil 4 days on the PlayStation 2. I haven't missed a single major release since. When the series, reborn with the RE engine, starting with the Resident Evil 7, I played every single entry multiple times. I love the new direction. And that's exactly why it hurts to see Capcom getting, well, greedy. While everyone is worshipping Requiem for the nostalgia, I see a project that's about 80% Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V from previous games, and for some reason nobody is talking about it. The first half, playing as a Grace Ashcroft, I almost dropped the game on day 1. I spent 3 hours suffocating in that same hospital, which, let's be honest, looks and feels exactly like Castle Dimitrescu leftovers. The mechanic with the girl who's afraid of light, interesting for the first 15 minutes, but they stretch that one gimmick across half the game. And the backtracking. It's endless. Running in circles, looking for keys, quickly turns into a chore. And then, just when you find that final key, just when you think this corridor nightmare is over and you're about to break free, they snatch Emily away. They give you about 20 minutes of Leon, just as breadcrumbing, to keep you from quitting, but it doesn't get better. Next thing you know, you've tossed it into the basement. That even worse than the hospital. Same tasks, same monster. Is it classic Resident Evil? Maybe. But it feels like lazy padding. The narrative logic is enough to make you facepalm. We're hunting for organs to revive a heartless monster, only to kill it immediately just to get a bracelet. A bracelet we could have literally taken off a dead body at the very beginning. Then let's talk about the first-person mod. Capcom pushed this so hard for Grace segments, calling it true immersion. It's a marketing gimmick. When Grace carries Emily, the kid isn't even in the frame. In third person, Grace stumbles, falls, and shows actual physics. In first person, you've just a floating camera. They just wanted to bait the Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8 fans, even though the game clearly built for third person. The second half with Leon is just a non-stop fanservice parade. The R.P.D, Candace Shop, Mr. X, Nemesis, a Han cameo and even a Whisker Claw. Yeah, I teared up a bit, but let's be real. Capcom just took finished models from their previous remakes and slapped them together. Playing as a Chloe takes us through the exact same orphanage corridors where we played as a little Sherry in Resident Evil 2 Remake. And speaking of Sherry, she's essentially a Hannigan replacement here, but was it necessary? It feels like just another attempt to play with our emotions. They didn't even bother to significantly change her face. She's so easy to mistake for Ashley from the Resident Evil 4 remake. It's not even funny. When you look at the big picture, it's clear, they cut every corner possible. Capcom was a yearly Resident Evil release, and Requiem is a huge red flag. It's a greatest hits compilation sold at full price. And the final straw, look at how much they hyped on Porsche and Hamilton collapse. Where did that money go? Because there's almost nothing new here. Seriously, look at this, they skimped on everything, even their own ads. If you zoom in on the Porsche logo on the back of the car at max settings, it's blurry 240p mess. And look at the characters' faces. The second you turn off ray tracing to save your frame rate, the facial lighting just breaks. The characters turn into flat mannequins from the early PS3 era. A great game lives in the details. Here, they just give up on the details. This is a true face of the project. A flashlight wrapped of nostalgia, and big brands covering up total absurd budget cutting. The only reason this game hit an 8 for me, Leon. He's an absolute legend, and the way they handled his ending, along with that second half, just made it hard to stay mad. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug. But I have a question. How long are we going to keep buying the same product in a different box? Anyway, let me know in the comments. Did you feel like you got scammed, or I'm just being a nitpicky fan? That's just my 2 cents. I'll see you guys in the comments. Peace.